Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Je m'appelle Rachel as Sage Beauty. Sorry guys, if you thought maybe you were watching a French language channel. Yeah, you probably didn't think that if you were French. But nonetheless, if you're not a French speaker, you're probably thinking, what channel am I on? You are in fact with Rachel from Sage here. And I decided to do that silly intro because I've recently been to Paris, and that is the focus of this video today, that I wanted to show you my French pharmacy purchases. French pharmacy is legendary, and you can buy things there that you cannot buy here in Australia, and you can buy things there that are on script here but are not on script over there. And whilst the euro is stronger than the Aussie dollar, some of the products convert very well, but you wouldn't ship them. That's the thing, see, once you pay shipping to here, it's no longer viable. But if you happen to be traveling, and a lot of us are at the moment because, you know, the world's opened up again for us, you might consider buying some of these legendary French products, and some of them that are new to me that I've never heard of before and I thought I would try. So let's get into it. I bought two Biafine, this one the ACT and this one the emulsion. So this one is has an applicator, so this is more for burns and abrasions. This one is more for moisturization, scarring, and if you have, like, you know, an itch. But I would compare it to Bepanthen cream that we have here, not the Nappy Rash one, the regular Bepanthen cream, but it does have a magic ingredient in it that you cannot get in creams here called, let me just find it, it's toluene, I think it is. I think that's how you say it. Yes, I think that's right. So the other thing, trolamine even, there we go, trolamine. The other thing I noticed about European and British packaging is they have Braille on the packaging. Isn't that fantastic? I am absolutely all about that accessibility. And how hard would it be for a person who's vision impaired to choose a product in a store where there's, you know, limited customer service? And even if they do have customer service, how do they know that they're getting what they want? So I think Braille is just a fantastic idea, and we should be doing that in Australia. And let's get all on to that, hey? Because the more we can make things better for every consumer of all walks of life, from all walks of life, then, you know, the better the beauty industry will be. It will be an industry that will be more accessible and will be more attainable and will be something that people aren't afraid of to, you know, go into a shop and say, hey, I'd like to get my makeup done. Hey, I'd like a consultation. A lot of people are afraid of it, and I think the beauty industry preys on that intimidation factor way too much, which frustrates me greatly as a beauty therapist and makeup artist. Now, some French favorites of mine that, and you can see the descriptions are in, oh no, they do have some sort of English on there. These are available in Australia, of course, and I have featured these two products several times on my channel. This one is the tinted Shake form and Thelios formula, which is beautiful. You can even wear it as a body makeup. I wore it every day during travels because it's so light, it's not sticky. I could match my face, my neck, my hands, etc., because I did have some self-tanner on when I was traveling. And this one is a great one. It is fragranced, however, and I wasn't sure whether I liked that, but now I've realized I don't really mind. It doesn't adversely affect me, and it was 2 for the price of 1. Yes, so I got these for 20 euros. which converts to about $33 Australian. One of these is 36. So I actually did better than 2 for the price of 1. This one I could never be without. This is the one for sensitive eyes. It is a brilliant sunscreen. It is kind of heavy though, so if you don't like that feeling, this one does come in an untinted invisible formula as well, which I think is probably their #1 seller. But I had to nab this. There was another lady who was eyeing it off, and when she walked away, I grabbed it because they had a two for 1 deal there. So two for 20 euros over there. Still even better than 2 for 1 for the price of 1 over here. So I was very excited about that. Now I just wanted to let you know how much the Biafine was. The Biafine, where are you? The ACT was $5.25, so about $8 for that enormous tube. And the emulsion was $4.95, so about $7.50 for that huge tube. That's great value even here. You would pay more than that for a tube of comparable size of a product like that, but it's, as I said, it's got that magic ingredient in it that we don't get here. I got some more Rimmel. Rimmel is a British brand, of course, but it's available in France and very popular in France. From what I gather, it's everywhere. And these are getting really hard to get here, especially the blue Scandaleyes. I've gone through several of these. I have them in my kit too, so that's why I like to buy them when I can. And the Glam Eyes in Velvet Brown is one of my all-time favorite liquid eyeliners. I did buy an emerald green one and a gold one for my daughter as well in the Wonder Swipe range, which I've featured before here on my channel. She loves Wonder Swipe as much as I do, and whenever we see them, we grab them, but they're getting hard to find here, and really only on Amazon now am I seeing them, and I don't like to purchase from Amazon too much if I can help it. So they were $8.25 for the Glam Eyes, 8.25 euros, and the Scandaleyes in the blue was $6.90. So that's comparable to what we would pay here anyway, if you convert that to Aussie dollars. But I didn't mind because for me, it was the fact that I have trouble getting them now, and I really, really like them and use them all the time. Now, a brand that will be known to you, I would say, is Aveeno. This is the Calm and Restore Nourishing Oat Cleanser. You can see it's a huge bottle, and I've used quite a bit of it already because I used it once when I was over there. Now look what happened. Now that didn't happen traveling around. That happened when I got back to Australia, and I used it, and I had it in the shower at the hotel in Sydney, and it fell off the shelf onto the hard tiled floor in the shower and broke. So I got it all the way home, and that's what happened. So what I will do is I'll either put another dispenser top on it, or I'll just put it into another bottle, and because I've got plenty of, empties. Yes, I've got plenty of empties that I can put it into, but it's beautiful, really is. I've been a fan of Dermavine, as you would know if you watch my channel for a long time. This gives a Dermavine a run for its money. It's so soft. I barely even need moisturizer. When I was over there, given that it was warmer, I barely needed moisturizer afterwards, and that's on this face, this dehydrated face. So here, I don't even know if you can get that actual Calm and Restore range here. Now that was, how much was that? Let me just find it on the, thankfully they did the description in English for me, which was very nice of them. Oh, okay, I haven't got that. Oh, that's all right, because I bought that at a different pharmacy. Okay, it wasn't in the same bag. So the other thing I got with that, the two other things, this is one of them, oat and triple oat serum Calm and Restore, highly rated by dermatologists all around the world. Very hard to get, very expensive on Amazon. It's something like $60 on Amazon, but I got it for about, I think, 10 euros. Anyway, you can see I've used quite a lot. It's beautiful. It's so light. It is a glass bottle, so that was a little bit heavy getting it home, but it's so light and it's just wonderful. No fragrance, of course, but it just smells fresh. And oh my goodness, the glass finish you get with that, so nice. So that goes, you do use that after the cleanser, of course. And then I tried to get the oat gel cream in the jar, which is like a favorite of dermatologists everywhere. I couldn't find it anywhere. It's one of those viral things, I suppose. Calm and Restore for sensitive skin, rehydrating night cream. Look, frankly, I use this as a day cream. It's lovely. It is thicker, but at the moment in winter, why not, hey? Why not? And my dry hands that are getting washed constantly, I'll put it over the top of the serum. You can see the serum's dried down beautifully like glass. Gosh, this hand looks good. The other hand looks a bit dry. It does take some working in because it is quite thick, but look, the skin looks so fresh now. They were a lot cheaper. Like if you're buying them from Amazon, which is about the only place you can buy them here, the Calm and Restore range. You can get the regular Aveeno range, but the Calm and Restore range, very difficult to find. You'd pay 3 times, 4 times the price on Amazon because it's a range that is really very popular. And anyway, I wanted to try it. I wanted to compare it to Dermaveen, and so far it's stacking up, but you can't get it here. So Dermaveen is a great Australian alternative. Happy to promote Dermaveen. They don't give me anything, just love their products. Okay, so are these the last 2? Yes, they are. Now this is something I've never heard of, but this was recommended to me by the salesperson in one of the pharmacies I went to. It's a foam cleanser, right? So it's obviously goes foamy, like one of those mousse cleansers. Huge bottle, 150 ml, that'll last me ages, from a brand called Laboratoire Filorga. They're a Parisian brand, right? Nice packaging. That was €14.50. Actually, I got a discount on that. It was $11.90. Wow. So that's about $20 for that big cleanser, which should last anybody a long time. I think it's a second cleanse. I'm going to try it out, and then I'm going to see if I can maybe use it on, if it's good, I might even use it on some clients. So yeah, we'll see, won't we? Another one that I'd never heard of, and she also recommended to me, was Dermina, Laboratoire Dermatologique Paris. Sorry about killing the French there. This is a cleansing foaming oil. Cleansing foaming oil. Something I've not come across before. My oil cleansers are, they convert to sort of a white emulsion when they're wet, but they don't foam. So this will be interesting to try. Yet another huge bottle, 150 ml, from a brand I'd never heard of, Dermina. But I tell you what, you know, we might have 5-10 brands to choose from in even Chemist Warehouse or Priceline who are great. Here they have like 25 and 30. They had an entire bay just of sunscreen, and it was from floor to ceiling. And then there was a bay for Dermina, and a bay for Filorga, and a bay for Clarins, and a bay for whatever other French brand you can think of. It was unbelievable how much skincare, particularly skincare, there was in this pharmacy, in a suburban pharmacy in Paris. You know, and there were French women in there, you know, they know their stuff. They were all in there shopping. So French women love their pharmacies, and you can see why, because these things are good value, and you know, they knew what they were doing. I must admit, I did follow them around a little bit to see what they were buying. So yes, the Filorga was $11.90 as well. It was discounted too. Oh, yes, that's right. So they were both $11.90. So that's about $20, which is excellent price for a cleanser that's that size. So let's see how they work. Let's hope they do. A product that's would be on script here, or at least over the counter here, that's you just ask the pharmacist for in France, is A313. You may have heard of this, you may have seen this go, you know, people talking about this on Instagram or TikTok, and it goes viral regularly, I think. Some of the French beauty influencers talk about this quite a bit, and dermatologists do as well. It is a retinol, and you can't get this concentration. You wouldn't be able to get this concentration except on script here. If you could get it at all, you cannot get this formulation in Australia. And I've been using Retrieve, which is retinol on script, for about a year now. I'm onto my third tube, just about to start my third tube. So when I was in France, when I was in Paris, I thought, I'm going to get myself some A313. I'm going to use that before I start using my new tube of Retrieve. I haven't started yet. I will tell you how it goes later on. But this is a classic product. This is something that back in the day when they first discovered that vitamin A was an excellent adjunct for acne-prone skin, they also realized that it was great for collagen production, to recreate the manufacturing of collagen in your skin at the deepest level. There are very few things that can penetrate to that level of skin, so down to the dermis. Most things can go, you know, on the skin barrier and maybe pass through them, like lactic acid and glycolic acid, and go to the epidermis, but very few things can go to the dermis, but retinol can. And so this was one of the first iterations of that. Yes, it's been refined over the years, of course, post-clinical use. So now, of course, people are using it at home like I am and finding the results satisfactory. I'm really happy with how my skin is going. My pigmentation is much less than it was. I know I'm wearing makeup, but my LED mask helps as well. But you know, my 11s and my lines up here, and the ones in under here, I use a very, very Spartan with how much I use, but I do use a little bit there. So I'm going to try this and see what French, you know, people that use this in France talk about all the time, and see why they like it so much, and I will let you know. Anyway, that's what I got when I went French pharmacy shopping in Paris. I went to a few of them first just to sort of check it out and see what was there, and there were some pharmacies that were just so high end that it was like going to a department store. And I thought, no, that's not really what I'm about. It's not what I'm about here on my channel either. I'm always looking to give you options or to compare things that we can get here with things we can get here. Or maybe you might consider some budget shopping instead of, yeah, look, you can do the high end stuff. We all can, but things are a bit tighter these days, aren't they? So let's just think about that. So when you're traveling, you want to make your money go as far as it can. Okay, I'll stop rambling on there, and I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you again soon. Bonsoir.